Do you have an R1 visa and preparing to apply for your green card in the United States? In this video, I'm going to share with you how to check the length of time that you will need to apply for this process, and I will also share some suggestions on how to best approach this. Hey, kumusta? My name is Mighty and welcome to Clueless in the US, where it's my goal to help you move, survive, and thrive in the United States. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not a lawyer and this is not meant to be taken as legal advice. So if you have been an R1 visa holder in the US, which means that you have been a religious worker in the US, whether you're a clergy or a layperson doing some religious work, if you've been in that position for 2 years, then you are entitled to apply for a permanent resident application. It also means that you will have the flexibility to do other jobs apart from your religious work. And if you have dependents, they will be entitled to seek out employment as well. That's going to be a big boost for your finances. I mean, I've been there, so I know. The R1 visa is good for a maximum of 5 years. And if you apply to become a permanent resident, that is going to be good for 10 years. You can also renew that. But after 5 years of being a green card holder or a permanent resident in the US, you can actually apply for citizenship if that is what you want to do and that's part of your long-term plan. To move from being an R1 visa holder to becoming a green card holder, it requires 2 steps. The first one is to apply for the I-360, and that's the form to apply if you are an amiration, a widow or a widower, if you're a victim of violence against women, or if you're a special immigrant. We're not concerned with those other categories. We're only concerned with the special immigrant category, and that's also considered like the employment-based 4 or EB-4 special immigrant, which is the one that's designated for religious workers who hold the R1 visa. So that's the first step, I-360. Once that is approved, you can apply now for the adjustment of status, which is the I-485. And along with your I-485, you can apply 2 other forms that will, number 1, grant you the opportunity to travel outside the US and come back without any problems. The other one is the I-765, which is the employment authorization document, which will enable you and your spouse to seek out work beyond your religious occupation. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you how long it takes for the I-360, for the I-485, and the other forms that's associated with that. Please go to egov.uscis.gov/processing-times. So let's take a look at this. This is what it looks like. And the form is I-360. Let's look for that. And then form category, it's all other special immigrants. And usually I just choose here California Service Center and get processing time. It's that easy. Now, based on here, you can see that it takes about 11 months to process the I-360. So hopefully within 11 months you're done. The next step is to apply for the adjustment of status. Now let's take a look at I-485. And you click here, employment-based adjustment applications. And also choose California. Get processing time. Oh wow, that's a long time. So it takes about 25.5 months. Let's round it up to 26 months. That's 37 months, a total of 37 months for this whole process to be completed. So let's take a look at the form I-765, which is the employment authorization form. Usually you could just put here based on a pending I-485 adjustment application. All right, and just also choose California. And it takes about 17 months for this form to be processed. So 11 months for the I-360 and then another 17 months that's probably about a year and a half. Then you can receive your employment authorization document, which will enable you to work even beyond your religious occupation. And then the last one is the I-131, which is the advanced parole or travel document. Choose advanced parole. And again, also just choose California. And then for this one, it takes about 12 months. So don't ever leave the US while you have a pending I-360 or I-485 application, because if you leave, they will consider your application abandoned. So that's about 37 months, or roughly 3 years. That's a long time. So that's why it's important for you to start the process as soon as you can. If this is your first year in the US as an R1 visa holder, I mean, by all means, download the I-360 form, review it, explore your options with your employer, and see, start saving for that money. If your employer is not going to pay for your green card application, then at least you know how much it's going to take and how long it's going to take, and start preparing for that. And once you have your visa renewed, start the process of applying for I-360. So if you don't know how to go through the renewal of your visa, your R1 visa, I have the guide just for you. Just make sure to click this link right here.